and they can take care of it, because what I was reading, look at this weirdo. Look at this weirdo. Son, is that his way of asking for food? Is that his way of saying, Dad, since you're just gonna stand there and talk, could I at least have a bite to eat while you do so? Oh, and Ivy thinks that's a great idea. She's like, while you're feeding him, can we all get a bite to eat? Yeah, he's just gonna be stuck to eating hay until it's feed time. And it's not feed time yet, Ivy. It's not feed time yet. Yeah, so we're sitting here on day 2, and Tex doesn't know what to think about these two misfits that have shown up here. They are keeping their distance, which is good, but he has pretty much decided that they're going to stay out there in the pasture, and he gets all the shelter and the hay and everything else, which is funny. And even then, he will do this right over here. He turns and lets them know that this is his pasture, and they're visitors here. They're really pretty little horses. They're small. I don't know if they're full grown. I don't, folks, you already know this. I know nothing about horses. I've been blessed to have learned quite a bit over the last couple of years with Bucky's, and then we've had Voodoo for about a year. And that noise you hear is me filling up the water trough. Don't let that freak you out. Some of you are freaking out, I know. Yeah, I'm filling up the water trough while I talk. But yeah, I've gotten to learn more about horses. And then of course, we acquired Dixie. We were gifted her from Aunt Joanne and Uncle Raleigh here just a couple of months back. But no, these two out here, man, just showed up. And which is cute. But we've reached out to Liberty County Sheriff's Department, and what they have is a special unit that doesn't work full time. They are part-time employees, which is kind of funny. And I don't know if they're actual sheriff's department, or if they just run their agriculture division, or I don't know what they do. Dog catchers, I don't know what they do. But they said they'll contact us when they have a chance to come out and pick them up. They'll be bringing a trailer and a truck. So we hope that when that day comes, we'll be able to load them easy enough. It's gonna be kind of sad though to see them go. You know, they've been here for a couple of days, and they've kind of worn on me. Watching that video with Jamie and all that she went through trying to doctor them up, and then finding the right pasture for them, and then our babies just thinking that they're the neatest things, and them trying to bond. And I know they are happy. I've watched them eat, and man, they can gorge some food. But you know, they don't look unhealthy, folks. Besides the scratches on them and the fact that their halters were way too tight and cutting into their skin. That was the worst thing about it. Seriously, as far as their health, you can tell their feet have been groomed, trimmed. They're not skinny. They have some weight on them. So they belong to somebody who I would think would be a pretty good owner. And maybe they thought that the halters had to be that tight. I'm no judge. I'm not a horseman, so I can't tell you exactly how tight a halter should be. But you saw how tight it was, and we could not get a finger under it. And it wasn't eating into their skin. If I said that, I don't mean it like that. That sounds like they were being abused and neglected, and that's not the case. They're beautiful little horses. And I'm hoping that whoever they belong to will eventually claim them through Liberty County. Yeah, so here's my worry. And I did not ask the guy, but I'm like, what happens to these horses once Liberty County picks them up? I'm guessing that they're going to go to some place where they like hold them for a while. They must have some kind of holding pens. And at the holding pens, what are they going to do with them? And then if it's like a dog, what if they've been at those holding pens for X number of days, 30 days, 60 days, whatever, and they're not claimed? What's going to happen to them? I would hate to see something horrible happen to them, because they're cute. And even though we don't necessarily need any more horses here, we don't. We do have the pastures to run more if we had to, but you know, it's not our call. you acquire your animals the right way, and them just showing up over here one day, it might be their way of saying we want to live there. But like I say, they have an owner somewhere because they're too well taken care of, and they've just gotten loose. And I bet you when they got loose, neighborhood dogs run them over here, and they came to the first place they could find that where they felt safe. And then the fact that we gave them food, water, love, took care of their bobos, that didn't help any. Now they probably want to stay. They probably just want to be in a different pasture. They probably just like to be with their own kind, not this big brute. But hey, you can't pick and choose your pastures, babies. No, but we did the right thing by putting them over here for now, because like I say, even though they look very healthy, you don't want to, you've got to quarantine your animals for a while. I didn't look it up online of how long you quarantine a new animal, like a horse, but I'm sure there has to be some kind of a system in place. I know when you get a cow, they give the cow something called a Baines test. I may be saying that wrong. Baines, I think it's spelled B-A-N-E-S. I am probably saying it wrong. I'm probably spelling it wrong. But you give your cows a Baines test, and that will tell you if that cow's carrying anything that could be harmful to the rest of your herd. Horses, I bet there's something similar. Wait, I don't know where I'm getting this from, but something just popped in my head. Coggins. Man, I should have looked that up first before I just put it out there. I believe that you might give horses something called a Coggins test. Now, if I am wrong, someone's going to tell me. Someone's going to call me out on it, and probably 50 folks will. But these two are cute, man. And hey, I still, listen, seriously, I still don't know if that's mom and daughter, because they look so much alike. If they're from the same dad, possibly, I have no idea. But to me, that one right there looks like a pony, like it might already be grown. And I say that because of the length of its tail, the shape of its head and its legs and its mane. And my water, folks, is full. So what, you're so jealous that I'm talking about other babies and not you. I'm sorry. I always talk about you, though. You're just such a pretty girl. I always talk about you. And I always talk about him. Yeah, y'all get plenty of attention. These are the new babies. I guess because they're new, folks, because they're new. Anyway, I don't know why. Something just popped in my head. A Coggins test. I will stop this video and look that up. But I may be wrong. Anyway, yeah, so we're still in a holding pattern as far as what's going to happen with them, with Liberty County, our Sheriff's Department. But I do hope that when they come pick them up, they're treated right. And they don't go off and, well, you know the fate of a lot of horses. And I hope that doesn't happen to them. And who knows, they may give us the option to keep them here until they find their owners. Or I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm waiting for that guy to contact me back. And whenever that happens, we'll definitely let you guys know. All right. They're beautiful. They're really pretty.